Oh shit.
Wham bam.
Bam, bam,
Good
bam,
to go, fam.
bam. Bam, 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 bam. I'm gonna have to get
Sir?
up and check the camera.
You said no touching the mic. And
Yeah.
Cause wait.
Hypocrisy.
Okay, there. We're good.
Hypocrisy.
I
Now
don't know
there
what
will
that
be
means.
no more touching of the mic.
What if I want to touch it?
No, you're not allowed.
Joining the audio.
Anyways,
Back for another week.
another week.
Back again.
Consistency.
Consistency is key. Very key.
Yes.
That's why we're all here.
Major key. DJ Khaled. Yeah.
Voila. Welcome back. This is Don't Think Too Hard, the podcast brought to you by myself and my dearest of friends,
Yes.
Jonathan and Andre.
Today we are recording.
I almost interrupted you guys, but I realized that I interrupted you again.
What episode are we on?
17.
17.
17.
Yeah.
17.
Oh.
That's 17 more episodes than I thought we'd get to. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean, if you think
Yeah,
about
the
the
board of
whole
directors
thing,
were
we're
kind of
basically
breathing
on
down our
episode like
necks.
47 right now.
Yeah, if you include true shit.
We're
I
on,
mean,
like,
I'm not
episode-
included in that.
You were
I mean,
there.
You were there.
For like the
once.
Some of them.
I
And in the
literally,
middle somewhere.
that proves that I was cancerous to the show because it ended it as soon as I came. So,
That is funny.
But you're also the lifeline here.
oh, that touched my heart.
What's that sound?
What's that? Oh, don't worry about that. That's just. Don't worry about that.
It's true, man. I was like,
Demon Slayer.
quality issue? Anyways.
No. Yes. Wait. Before we get into anything,
How's your week, Andre?
today we're filming on Sunday, November 1st. So that means it's Patrick's birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Patrick.
Happy birthday,
Yes.
Patrick.
He's not here today, but enjoy your birthday. And tomorrow is your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yo,
I still remember that time where in high school, I thought I was their good friend. I really thought I was Johnny's and Patrick's good friend, especially Patrick. Johnny, I didn't know that much. And we were close. We were a group. And I was the only one who didn't get invited to that Mandarin birthday party.
That man birthday.
I'll never forget that. And I don't forget things.
Bro, not.
You guys invited people. You guys went around and be like, yo, should we invite this person? And I'm standing right beside you guys like a dick.
Yo,
I'm just standing there like, yeah, you guys should invite them. Yeah. Patrick asked me who he should invite. He's like, yo, should I invite so-and-so? And I was like, do you know her that well? And he's like, no. I'm like, so? And he's like, I'm going to invite her. I'm like, thanks.
I'm gonna be honest. It's all Patrick's fault to be. He controlled the entire thing. I'm gonna put it on him right now because he's not here to
I
defend
should
himself.
post. You know what the thumbnail for this
That
podcast
birthday
would be?
picture with the...
Yeah, with them, you two in the sombreros.
Yo, I still have that magnet.
Oh,
on my
that's
fridge.
amazing.
I don't know if I can
Anyways,
find that. But yeah, so I'll never forget that. So I, like, as far as from my end, you guys are getting no birthday gifts until that birthday party is redeemed. I deemed redeemed.
And from my end, here's a gift from me to you.
Whoa,
Oh my God.
whoa,
Happy birthday, sir.
bro! I want to hug you,
That's for me.
but I don't want to touch the mic.
It's okay. We can talk
Bro.
after. I just wanted to give.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Okay, turn it around.
Well, put it in front of the freaking flower.
Move it for it if you want to move.
Whoa! Don't touch the mic.
Yo, I'm trying to save the.
That's amazing. That is top quality stuff. Andre's in a good mood. Arsenal won today. Man's getting out birthday presents.
Well,
Oh,
I got that before the Arsenal game, so I mean, it's not related. And you just
Yeah.
moved the whole entire set. I hope you know that.
Whole
Oh,
entire
so I
set.
just caused a disturbance.
Yeah,
In the
so
fourth.
we'll see.
That's
We're-
okay. Syrup
Hopefully, you're
covers
still
it.
on camera. There you go. So happy birthday.
Happy
So I just
birthday.
wanted
Happy
to bring
birthday.
that.
That's from both me and Andre.
I appreciate it. That made my day.
As you see here at the Don't Think Too Hard podcast, we treat our employees with care and respect. Matchy got his vacation days, and Johnny got a birthday present.
Do I get a Christmas bonus too?
A bonus on $0 is $0. B.
Voluntary.
Anyways,
Anyways.
so now we can begin.
Yes. How's your week, Andre?
My week wasn't too crazy. Yesterday I had like a little Halloween get together. Like how many? Like 6 of us.
What were you?
What was I?
You were Naruto.
You were a
I was a
tinfoil of the
leaf
time.
shinobi. I wasn't Naruto. I'm not a white man.
You had a kunai.
I did.
He's
have a
actually
kunai.
an Asian blonde Aryan. So
Yeah,
that's
take
not
it
even a
back.
race.
with cat whiskers.
With whiskers.
With whiskers.
Yeah. But yeah, yesterday, you know that game? Have you ever heard that game Bean Boozled?
I think I've heard of
You
it.
know that you get like it's like jelly beans in a thing, and then you spin.
Oh, that's
you
disgusting.
spin a thing, and then
You could
the
either
jelly
get,
bean
like-
will have
Oh,
like,
like the grass.
Yeah,
it
but
would
it's
be
like
flavors. Like one of them was
vomit.
was marshmallow
Oh.
or dead fish.
Oh,
And one
yeah,
of them was
yeah.
like stink bug and thing. Like we
Oh, you
played
gotta,
that yesterday.
it's like a small ring thing. Yeah.
If I got the vomit one, I would throw up.
it
I had to.
it
Uh,
isn't as bad as I thought they would be, but they are very disgusting.
Can I?
ate
You
dirty
can
socks.
cheat in those though. I would
Uh,
swallow the whole bean whole, and then just pretend like I got a bad one.
And then it like erupts in your stomach,
I
and now you're
guarantee
burping.
you that wouldn't work.
It wouldn't.
No.
It hits as soon as it hits the
Yo.
tongue, right?
But I mean, part of the fun is you gotta take it because you gotta say out loud which one you had. There was one that was like blueberry or like toothpaste, and I'm like,
Oh, that one's
and I
good.
got toothpaste. And I was like, that's not that bad.
I mean, I've eaten
Tastes like
toothpaste.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
toothpaste is bad. Anything that belongs in your mouth is okay.
The two worst ones were stink
Yeah.
bug and booger. Those ones were dis-
Booger?
Booger.
I had booger once. And
I don't know
dirty
about you guys,
socks.
but when I picked my nose
Dirty
as a kid,
sauce.
I didn't. I don't remember. When I picked my nose as a kid, I don't remember boogers having a taste.
It doesn't taste like booger. It
Ah.
tastes nasty though. And
Yeah.
I also got dog food.
How's that?
I always wondered how that tasted.
Dog food?
It wasn't
Yeah.
pleasant. Like I wouldn't recommend like I wouldn't like some of the one person there just like ate the whole thing and she was
Imagine
just like
some-
it wasn't that bad.
Imagine some poor soul buys it as jelly beans.
Oh,
Like some foreigner comes in and buys them jelly beans.
Someone said at the end, so they just took a handful of like all of them and just like thrown them like all.
Shut
of them.
up.
No one did it, but I was
Oh.
like, I should have done it. I wonder.
You
what
have to
would
pay
happen.
me
What would win?
money.
What would win in a fight in that case? The good tasting ones or the bad tasting ones?
the
Depends
bad.
how-
Always
Actually,
the
yeah,
trash.
no, it's definitely the bad
You think
because
so?
like the bad ones, like the good ones taste like they're good, but like the bad ones, like their
They
taste are so
last-
much stronger,
Yeah.
and then they linger in your mouth. Like
Oh,
I had
that-
booger in my mouth for like 2 hours afterwards, man. It was bad.
yeah.
Ugh,
it's
that's
disgusting.
gross.
I had
If I
rotten
had
eggs
vomit,
too.
I would
That
throw
was
up.
disgusting. Yeah. That's,
When I throw up, I throw up more because I threw up.
Don't worry.
but then that's
It's-
interesting because like if you vomit and the vomit tastes different than your vomit, you could sue the company for what, fraud or like mistaken flavors. He's like, no, this is probably like
They didn't say
discharge.
they didn't specify whose vomit it was, so you don't know.
They'll have to specify that then. It's like this is vomit based off eating the good tasting jelly beans in this packet.
Imagine being the guy who has to taste these as a tester.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they made.
I
The
mean, he's
game.
making money.
Ugh.
He is making. They
Yeah.
have to put it together. He's like, is this what it tastes like?
He's one of those guys like you'd literally have to pay me in order to try it. And he's like, oh, okay, sure.
Don't worry. One day I'll buy another. I'll buy another one, and one day we'll play it. Don't worry.
On the podcast?
Oh, not on the podcast. Yo, we can do a separate video, extra content. Let's just play Bean Boozled.
Bean Boozled. Yeah. So my Halloween was my girlfriend's nephew's first Halloween. I didn't have a choice. I was a vampire, but it was kind of cute because I don't know about you guys. Well, not you, but Halloween ain't what it was.
What is
As
it
a
supposed
kid,
to be?
remember when we were kids and like me and you last minute plans decided to be hat boys, and we went in and like the streets seemed so crowded.
Yeah.
There was not I know it's COVID, but even last year, not a living soul on the street.
I think.
Because they're all playing Fortnite and Fortnite releases.
Do you
like,
think that's what it
Halloween
is, or
DLC.
do you just think like the kids
Grew
our
up.
age just stayed there? So like, there's not that many new kids that
kids.
came in.
That I think
could be it,
that
too.
could be it because it was like when we were kids, our elementary school was just built,
Yeah.
and so all these families gravitated to our area, these new
Yeah.
families, and I think that's what it was. Because I remember back in the day, like Halloween was lit. If you lost your friends, you were fucked.
Yeah.
You were screwed. Like I remember one time where I lost my best friend Vinny for like the whole night, and I didn't go trick or treating that night. I spent the night looking for him, and he spent the night looking for me. But we crossed each other's paths like 13 times that entire night. It was brutal. So what I was saying was, we did like a mini trick or treating inside my girlfriend's house, where we all hid behind the doors, and like I gave candy to her nephews who were coming knocking on doors. One of them was a baller. He walked in, didn't even want the candy. He went for the TV.
This guy's nuts.
You know, he
Go
got
nuts on
his
this guy.
priorities straight, man. He has his
does.
priorities
He
straight.
knows
So
exactly what
that
he
was
needs.
my Halloween. How about you, Johnny?
I didn't really do anything. I don't.
You didn't dress up?
No.
You don't worship the devil, is what you're trying to tell me.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, my church was having like this event, and I just gave candy because they were having like a harvest thing or get together with the kids. So I just gave candy to them. That was about it.
Shout out to being a good church boy. Andre.
Yeah.
Johnny and I have a question for you.
Mind blowing,
Mind-blowing question.
utterly devastating.
If he answers this in one word, I'm gonna be pissed
I'll be upset
because I'm still thinking about the answer.
I can't answer the answer. The question.
Okay, so we were talking, Jonathan and I, in the car, and we were just talking about like youth football, youth soccer.
Okay.
And I don't know what we were talking about exactly, but the conversation ended up in a direction where, oh, I know what it was. You ever had those teammates who are like, I don't watch football, I just like to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that never made sense to Jonathan and Johnny or I, or myself. But we have a question for you. If you had to pick one, play football, and never watch it ever again, or never watch or never play football ever again, but being able to watch it.
Starting now?
Yes.
Oh, watch it. I'd pick watch and never play. I'm basically retired anyways.
Okay.
I play
As a kid, like from
like starting from like young going forward. I'd pick play never watch. Starting from now, I'd pick watch never play.
You put way too little thought into that.
What do you mean? That's just
how
I
never
feel.
playing again. Like you can never.
I will
go in
play
the backyard.
basketball, bro.
Like, no, bro, you can never. Kick
I'm
a ball
playing
around with
tennis
your
now,
kid.
anyways.
You can never kick a ball around with your kid.
Why?
Though.
I'll get Elena to do it.
Wait,
Train
why
our
do you
kid
say
to
play
be-
tennis? Did something happen that I don't know about with the Euro League?
Oh no!
Oh,
no,
yo, don't do that. Don't do that.
I understand where you guys are coming from,
Still playing.
but at the same time, like, what do you mean by play? Like nothing?
Like
you
you
can't
cannot
leisurely
kick a ball.
Kick a ball ever in your life.
You're not allowed to.
You kick the ball, your leg gets blasted off
Like this
by
is
an unknown.
this is
unidentified
North Korean
source.
communism. Like you
This
are
is-
locked down.
This is China and the socialist regime, where there's video cameras everywhere. So if they see you kicking a ball, you go into prison for 10 years.
Yeah.
And a remedial re-education camp.
And then there, you're not allowed to watch football either.
So they take away everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'd play,
Okay.
not watch. Arsenal stresses me. anyways.
I was like, yo, he's probably gonna pick play. So it's Arsenal. You never have to watch Arsenal.
I would
I'd pick play.
I would play.
Just
Overwatch.
because I gotta trade my kid to be Dino, you know.
Yeah.
Just because.
And it's like I can watch my kid play football.
Can you?
Then
though?
you can't watch.
Oh,
football.
you can't watch
Oh.
him. You can't watch your kid play.
You
Oh,
can't even
that's-
train him because you're watching.
No.
No, but
I
then
feel like you can
you're
train it. You just can't watch his
blindfolded.
game.
He's like, that was a bad touch. You didn't see it. I don't care. I heard it. It was
Oh,
terrible.
is that how it works? But oh shit, because you guys didn't specify professional football, bro.
No, but I think everyone
if,
knew
like,
what we meant.
You get like secondhand watched football.
Does it
Stand.
count if I watch through a mirror? Like I just stand, look away,
mirror
but like I hold up a
shatters.
mirror, and then I
The
just
mirror
watch-
shatters and the shards embed themselves into your eyes, bro, as punishment. Or if like you're walking by and there's a tournament and you glance, a car hits you immediately.
Okay.
No. It's
Can I
it's,
train my kid even if I can't watch his games?
yes.
Then I would still do that.
That's like
Yes.
anime where like the master doesn't care about the student. He's like, I trained you. Get
Go
out
on-
of
go
here. I don't
on
wanna
on
see
your
you." Dad, don't you want to see me play? No.
Listen,
You're terrible.
do you want me around or not? Do you want me to have legs or not?
Son, I will spontaneously combust if I see you touch a football. Am I that bad?
It'd be one of
No.
those situations where if there's a tournament walking by and you're walking, the like FBI, CIA, or whoever just carries like a big blanket, and just covers your eyes while you walk over.
Imagine that'd be like the friggin' one of those in the movies, the suspense areas. Just a tournament over here, and you're just like,
Or it'll make this whole background story for your son who's like, I want to play so well that my dad is willing to sacrifice his life just to watch me play one time. And you'll be like 75 and you'll come out to see him watch the World Cup final and he'll miss the penalty.
And then
that's
you'll
the
die.
last thing you see and you die.
but
You know, he's
if
traumatized
you're
for life.
75 and he's still playing in the World Cup, that means he's like 40.
Exactly. That's how strong his passion was because you drove him to play for so long. He's Ibra. That's what Ibra is basically.
Yeah,
If you
but
notice,
he's not
his dad
playing
never
World
watches
Cup,
his
though.
games.
He's not playing World Cup though.
Well, you know, Champions League, Europa League. Same thing.
dominating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a tough question. But yeah, I'd have to pick, man. I'd have to pick play. I gotta play, man.
Yeah, it's
I
Yeah,
realize
I
that
think
it's like
Gotta play.
dangerous to my health, mental health. Like if I don't play, I get moody.
Yeah,
Like why is that? The endorphins. I can't even exercise anymore properly.
it's bad, man.
Like I legitimately can't go for a run
I hate it.
because I'm like, why?
That's
I'm
what
not conditioning
That's
myself.
what I'm saying. Like I'm like I can go for a jog, but like this is why I changed it when I was like doing it consistently. Is
Yeah.
because I would jog to somewhere.
Yeah.
So at least I'd be like, okay, it makes sense because
I have
jogging
a
will get there
purpose.
faster.
Yeah.
But if I just do a lap and I end up home, well, I could have just stayed home. I didn't go anywhere. That's what I mean.
my thing is I only jog because I want to be better at football.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I do jog and do those laps.
Yeah.
But now that there's no football, it's like, what's the point of
point?
jogging?
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
I'm like, yo, I should get these.
Why?
I should get fit. Why do I need to do that? Any of that? Bro, it's healthier. Okay.
I'm not.
And
dead.
so what? I'll just drink water, bro. That's healthy.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You're in dangerous territory right now, man.
I can
Everything's like losing meaning.
Yeah. I can see why, like, when Snyder retired, he just blew up.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
So did R9.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
why.
like,
That's why
why?
I'm like surprised people like Seedorf or even freaking I saw Ian Wright today.
Yeah,
Still
Sadorf
fucking
is
fit.
actually
I'm like,
retarded,
what
bro.
is like? You guys are old men. Just be old. Bro. Like, what's up?
Like, why are you putting me to shame?
Just be old.
You've been
man.
retired
They're
for
putting
a decade.
CR7 to shame.
Yeah, man. Look,
Yo,
friggin',
that's mad.
look at friggin' Wenger, bro. This man played soccer last year, bro. In
You're
a game.
75. What are you doing?
You should be dead.
You have to be in a walker and you're making runs. Get out of here.
I don't know, man. Well,
Yeah.
it's a different breed. I'm just not that breed.
It's
Yeah.
just being a professional athlete. Destroying your body as being a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Because that's what athletes do. That's their punishment. It's like it's okay to play recreational sports. But yeah, being a professional athlete.
I think
No,
that's
I'm telling you
another
this,
reason why they get fat too. Because it's like, I punished myself for like 20 years, 30, well, however long they've been alive, basically.
Mhm.
And it's like, nah, I'm not exercising anymore.
A lot of like young athletes get it because it's like generally they don't eat well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just they stay fit because they're active all the time.
Yeah. Man.
And then as soon as that stops, they just immediately go like immediately because like they don't have the same like imagine going from playing soccer 6 days a week to just 0 and then consuming the same amount
Your
of calories.
body's gonna
So me.
red alerts like,
So
yo,
me,
what is he doing, bro? This
I'm
guy's-
about to get filled up like a helium balloon. Just
Nah, man, you got your metabolism working for you.
me? You think so?
Yeah, I'm not as lucky as y'all, man.
Nah, I have to like, the only reason why I'm even like slim is because I trick myself into training. So I literally, I exercised by practicing by myself. And if I don't do anything. So I have to. Like, I'm a slave to the game.
That's
And
good.
it's terrible.
That's a good thing.
No, it's terrible.
Why is that
Because
terrible?
when I'm like 50 and my joints don't work and I can't make sharp cuts, I'm going to stop exercising. I'm like, oh, why am I exercising? Why? I can't even physically play anymore.
Can't you make like instead of
not
like
gonna
a
feel
cutting,
the
you
same.
just like make a circle around.
It's like, oh yeah, this guy's been training for 40 years. Like, oh yeah, let me take a wide ass turn.
I'll
No.
never. That was the most disrespectful thing a trainer has ever said to me. We were doing like those sprints throughout the pylons.
Yeah.
And the guy pulls me to the side. Like he calls me out in front of the whole team. He's like, Mashi, you turn like a boat.
Yo, that's sad. Yo, soccer coaches
I was
are
a
the
10-year-old
most savage,
kid.
bro.
I was a 10-year-old kid. To be fair, he was right because I was doing the U-turn instead of I was running around the pylon, not like doing the pylon turn back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the suicide thing where you drop down and go. Yeah, I did the whole run around the pylon. He's like, why are you turning like a boat, Mashi? Mashi, that's what they called me.
Bro, I had a trainer
10-year-old kid.
that got so upset at this one player that he kicked him out of practice and made him watch for the next hour. He's like, yo, you're bad. I want you to watch so the other players can show you how to actually do the drill.
Wow.
And he watched
That
with his
is
mom
bad.
for
That
the,
is
the last hour.
that
Was
is
this
bad.
like a trial or practice? Like he was on the team?
A practice. He was on our team, and our trainer, he was actually sick, but he was ruthless, bro. He's like some Brazilian guy, And he was like, nah, I can't. Whenever we mess up, he's like, I can't. I actually can't. I can't do it. We would make 2 mistakes. He'd send us for laps. For no reason. He put his shirt over his head. Or like this guy he's so weird. We would make a bad play. He'd pull his shorts down and like, what is this? I was like, what is that, bro? I don't know.
What the fuck? That's kind of messed up, man.
Yeah. But like, made me a man.
Made me a
I
man.
think.
Did you?
Who knows?
An
I
asshole
didn't know.
said-
You consider yourself a man right
No.
now?
Every time I close my eyes, I see.
You see it. You don't want to know every time I close my eyes what I see.
Darkness.
No,
Hello,
old friend.
darkness, my old friend.
I see Anton.
Who's
Yo,
Anton?
yo, don't do that.
Who's
Don't
Anton?
ever say that again.
Who's Anton?
If you ever mention that name, don't do that. Cause my heart rate just spiked.
Oh, is that the goalie?
Yeah. Oh man,
I
if
do
you're
have, I
watching
do
this
have some sort of
video,
memory.
I want you to email us. Send your addy, and I just want to have a one-to-one conversation that is peaceful and civil.
You know what the thing is? He's probably not even thinking about it.
No,
No,
That's probably
he's
left.
not.
That's
he's,
probably left.
he's
his
living
brain.
rent free in my head.
He is, man. The funny thing was, that was back in the day when Johnny had a little bit more anger issues, and like I saw him like the next day. This guy was so mad the whole day.
Bro, he ruined it. Cause I'm like, yo, we're somehow in the finals because of Suarez. So I'm like, yo,
Bam, 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 bam. When he scored, we went in extra time and Suarez scored. Everyone's running in the huddle, and then freaking Elijah's in there. All I hear is bam, bam, bam. Like, what?
yo, it was sick. So I'm like, yo, it's a Cinderella story because we shouldn't be here
Yeah, we really
naturally.
We
but
really
we're
shouldn't
here.
have. I don't know what we did because we were shit during the season.
We're so garbage.
And then
we just
all
won
of a
every
sudden,
game.
we just like scraped out every playoff game. We scraped out double overtime. My legs cramping every single time I got home.
Bro.
I was like, oh my god! And then that.
And then you
Anyways,
just ruined
we're
it.
moving on. Okay, so we're moving on. So, would you rather have sex with your mom in your girlfriend's body or your girlfriend in your mom's body?
Oh, that's horrible.
I'd probably just kill myself.
I think I would too.
You have to pick one. That's
No.
how would you rather works.
I'm committing Japanese ritual
No,
suicide.
you have to pick one. That's
I'm-
how would you rather works.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. I don't know.
You asked me a would you rather, so I turned it back on you.
Nah,
guys.
but this is like X-rated.
That is horrible.
You guys asked me, so I feel like it's only fair that I get to ask you guys one too. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's so dark, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause, like-
I would have rather picked the question.
Wait,
you know,
wait.
Okay.
I don't have a girlfriend, so I don't. I can just say
It is.
I could just
It
say-
doesn't have to be a current girlfriend. It's like in general.
no,
Like,
because
if
you
you
said
ever
your, so that implied currency. I currently don't.
I would rather answer the question where it's like there's a guy on a railroad and there's a group of people on another railroad. The train's about to hit the group of people.
Yes, I change it to the single guy.
I prefer not
You
to
would change
speak.
it. Yeah. So like, would you
Unless
change
I
it?
know that single guy. If I know them personally, then the group is still dying.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so
Now
I
answer
prefer
my
not to
question.
speak.
that's a horrible question.
I'm gonna
Answer.
take the Mourinho route
There is
and
no.
prefer not to speak.
Just answer the
I
question.
prefer
Oh,
not
that
to
is
speak.
brutal.
Because then it's like,
Uh,
because this is the issue. It's like, because if I say, nah, that's weird, bro.
you just answer.
I'm
can't.
gonna throw up.
I can't, bro. I like.
I'm gonna throw up.
What's your answer?
girlfriend's
you-
body?
What's your
See, that's
answer?
weird though.
What's
'cause
your
then
answer?
I
because
know,
then you
but I don't want to see
I'm
my
picking-
mom.
I'm picking my girlfriend in my mom's body, 100%. Because think of it this way:
I can't do it.
Because once they switch back,
Oh, they're switching back.
every time
Oh no, that's even
you
worse.
look at your mother, you know.
But you know what it all looks like under there.
You have to kill yourself afterwards.
I think I'd do it, but I kill myself afterwards.
So I would do it before, so I don't have to live through the trauma. If you give me that choice, I'm
Yeah,
just
I
gonna
would-
jump off the cliff that's standing behind me.
I would do.
Because we give me that ultimatum, obviously by a cliff, because the drug deal went wrong, right? So I'm just gonna fall back into the.
I just say that way because I just feel like the
Actually,
mental
no,
aspect
no.
is just more important.
You're
to
right.
me.
Yeah.
No. I think you're right because
Because you know.
no. Yeah. I think it's yeah. I change my answers to that. Mom's body only because it
I'd
would
castrate
be
myself.
it would like your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Her mentality remains the same.
Mhm.
It's only your mentality that's damaged. So
Mhm.
you save your girlfriend's mentality and your mom's mentality. So it's just your mentality that's incredibly damaged.
No, but it would be hers too.
No, it
Because
wouldn't.
then it'd be
Because
like, oh,
but
you
she,
get turned on by
yeah, but
the
she's
appearance.
no, but she's
It's not that. It's the
her
mental
it's
game.
her mental game. Yeah, I think Andre's right. Reverse my answer. Reverse
I
my
prefer
answer.
not to speak.
Answer one.
I would agree with you guys, but I prefer
Okay.
not to speak.
Okay, so you agree. That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Yeah,
Anyways.
fair enough.
Now hit me with them
Only
topics.
supposed to have sex when you're married.
What?
What?
Oh, I didn't hit you with the.
What did you just say?
I said you're only supposed to have
With
sex
a
when you're
book?
married. What?
That's mean, bro.
With a book?
Why would you do that?
With
Like,
a
I'm just
book?
here trying to have fun and do the podcast, and then you're just risking my life.
Yeah.
You're just threatening me.
Yeah.
With violence.
Like you close the book shut on it.
No, but like you threatened to hit me in the face with a book.
We're gonna have to run this back because I don't understand.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no idea. Absolutely zero idea where that went.
But you know,
Anyways,
I would hit you with the book.
Anyways, can you like bring out your
Oh.
I have
This
a
is
few
the-
topics, but Johnny sent us a video, so I think we owe it to Johnny to talk about whatever he wanted to talk about. Newsflash, I didn't watch the video you sent,
Yeah.
so please
Me
explain
neither.
it.
It's actually kind of mind blowing
Okay,
that
send
we've
it.
actually never we've never recorded the speed of light going in one direction. Like never. We've only recorded
It's not possible.
right. So we don't know the actual speed of light because we've only ever. It's literally impossible to measure it because we've only measured what he called it like return light or two-way light.
Yeah.
So like, if he explained it, where if you had two clocks that were split up but synced, and then you beamed light into the second clock, and then the clock sent a electrical impulse to like both timers stop, it still wouldn't show you the speed of light because it'll take another speed of light. And it'll take
Yeah, so
light
you
to
just
travel.
double, so it doubles
divided
it.
by 2.
So
Yeah,
divided
but-
by 2.
But the problem is you don't know for sure if the light going this way is the same speed as the light coming back.
Oh, because it could have slowed down.
He's saying, well, he made the proposition where it's either that it's you just divided by 2, or it's light takes X amount of time to travel and is instantaneous coming back. Because like with the reflection or refraction or whatever, it could speed it up or slow it down, but we don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm
we-
assuming the speed of light measurement that they have is just based off like calculations and like estimations and a bunch of shit, right?
Yeah, he said that this it's not based off of a law or a theory. It's that they just made a definition. So it's like a consensus where they just said, okay, we're just gonna go with this because we don't have anything else to base it off of.
That makes sense. It's just because like you can't measure light because it's here already.
Yeah, you can't.
It's like it like moves so fast.
Yeah,
You'd have to get faster than the speed of light in order to measure the speed of light.
and that's
Yeah.
impossible because we don't even know how fast the speed of light is.
Yeah.
Funny you bring that up because NASA just discovered
Parallel universes.
no.
Oh,
But-
I heard
C'est
a
impossible.
TikTok about that. this morning.
I do want to talk about parallel universes. Maybe not in this episode, but the next one, because I have some theories. The thing I wanted to talk about is NASA saw a solar flare
Mhm.
that was so massive, it was like 100 billion times the size of like what, like put our solar system, multiply it by like 100 billion, and then like that solar flare was still larger than that,
Oh, okay.
and it happened 70,000 years ago, and they just caught it on camera.
Oh, I did read about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But the-
because the speed of light.
But
because that's so
in
cool.
the video, he said and
The
you have to.
sorry to interrupt you. The craziest thing was
Yeah.
that in the video that they recorded, you saw this thing expand.
Okay.
You saw this thing expand, and it was the like, what? And then
But-
it just disappears into nothing.
In the video, the guy was explaining that things is basically is he kind of basic. It reminded me of Interstellar and like the theory of relativity, like how time is different in different locations.
Yeah.
So he was saying that it's possible, and we can't know because we don't know how fast speed initially travels. That the stars we're looking at right now is the stars that are currently shining. So the stars could be 70,000-year-old star light, or it could be current light that we're seeing right now, because we don't know we don't know what we're seeing right now. He made a comparison where if someone went to Mars and it was like 12 o'clock, and then someone from NASA sent a message like, we sent this at 12 o'clock, then let's say it takes 20 minutes for the message to get to him, or it takes 20 minutes for him to return the message back to NASA.
Okay.
And then, but let's say he gets it at 12:10, or whatever time he gets it at. He says, okay, I received this at 12:10. So he sends it back.
And it's 12:20.
And it's 12:20 when they get there. So it's 20 minutes, right? But then if he gets it like if the time on Earth when he gets it is 12:20, because it takes 20 minutes to travel there, but he in his assumption, because he just splits it in half, says he got it at 12:10, then he sends it back. He said, I got this at 12:10, but it's 12:20 because it instantaneously traveled back. Then the time, there's a the discrepancy in the time.
Or it simply could be that when he sends it back, right, and it takes 10 minutes to get back, it's not going to be 12:20, but it's going to be 12:40.
No, they're saying if, like, when, let's say I shine a laser off of a mirror, let's say it takes 0.2 seconds for me to see it. What we will do is we'll cut it in half and say, okay, it takes 0.1 seconds to get to the mirror. But he was saying it takes 0.2 seconds to get to the mirror, but then instantaneously travel back. And there's no way
so
we can
once it hits
record
the
that.
mirror, it's already back.
Yeah. Because how you can't...
Why, though? Like, why is that his theory?
Because you can't...
I get that you can't measure it, but, like, why does he think it's instantaneous? Like, what reason?
No, not that he thinks it's instantaneous. It's one of his suggestions, because we can't concretely say that it takes half of the time we've measured to get back.
Technically, it could be instantaneous forward and then take 0.2 seconds on the way back.
Right. We don't know, because we don't know the nature of the light, of how light travels.
And you also don't know if it's a wave or a photon.
Right. So our whole ideology is based off, our whole, like, I guess theory or law is just based off assumptions that we make to make it simple.
Yeah.
We actually have no idea how nature,
you can't measure
how
it.
light
You can't move
moves.
fast enough to measure it. That's basically
because light is the way we measure everything else. So you can't measure a ruler with, you can't
measure a ruler with another ruler.
You can't measure a perfect ruler with the same ruler. Like, if you have the perfect ruler, there's no other ruler like it, and this ruler measures everything else. You can't measure the ruler by itself.
It's like the same way with how your brain works. Like, people try to understand the brain, but I don't think it's possible because you're using the brain to understand the brain.
Yeah. So it's literally an unknowable thing.
That was fucking true. That was insane.
Yeah, like the brain named itself.
That was insane. What? Holy shit.
That's why I feel like there'll just always be, like, obviously you understand some things, but, like, you'll never be able to 100% understand the brain and how it operates.
That is insane.
So he will say, I remember in the video, I was like, bro, you don't do that. But it makes sense because, like, in Interstellar, when they were on that planet?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
That's crazy.
So basically on Interstellar, they went to this water planet, and they said every hour is like 10 years on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So in the video, he was basically saying, if the guy is on Mars and he's looking at Earth, he could be looking at Earth 10 minutes in the past. But when we look at Mars, we're looking at Mars in its current state.
Wouldn't it be an hour?
No, wouldn't it be in the future?
Honestly,
no. That makes no sense. Yeah.
No, you said... Okay, you said they're looking at Earth 10 years ago. Or, I mean, 10 years forward.
In Interstellar.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that means
every
me
10
looking
years
at...
is an hour.
Yeah, so that means if I'm there, I wait an hour, look at Mars. Look
seeing-
at Earth, it's been 10 years.
You're seeing Earth 10 years in the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when you're looking at that place, you're looking at the present.
No, you'd
Or
see
like
it an
the
hour.
more current, very
be an hour.
precise to the current. Yeah,
It would be an hour.
yeah, whatever, whatever the. But it would take less time. No, how that work?
No, but the difference, I think, because
This is how it works.
time is changed based on how fast things are moving relative to the speed of light.
Yeah. So
Also affects time.
so imagine now you're trying to measure the speed of light. You can't.
But if you're okay, so technically the speed of light equals, let's say, 0. Time is 0. Like
Yeah.
if you're moving at the speed of light, you never age.
Mm.
So technically it's impossible to measure it because time
It's
wouldn't
timeless.
move.
Yeah.
So if
So
you're
it's
moving at the speed of
instant.
light, you can't go one end to the other because like time isn't moving.
Yeah. The only way you can do it is if it interacts with something
Yeah.
and then comes back to you. But on the one way, you can't measure time,
Guys,
speed.
we just broke
or the speed of
science.
light.
Bill
So he was-
Nye,
he was
eat
saying,
your heart
like,
out.
"Yo," so we technically don't even. So so that's what he was saying. Like everything we see, we don't know if we're looking at the present state of it or the current state because of the nature of light. We don't actually understand.
That being said,
You know
does Canada have a NASA, like a space program?
I don't know.
I think so because they have like a Canadian. Canadians have been
My fault.
Canadians have like gone to the International Space Station. No.
Yeah, I think
actually,
so.
no, I don't
I mean,
know.
there's Canadian astronauts with the Canadian flag on their bicep.
But it could.
I
just
do
be
have a
NASA,
question though. In a movie like Interstellar, for example,
which is horribly depressing.
it is. It's a tough city movie.
Yeah.
I get the idea of when you're in a different environment, time moves faster somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like I tried to comprehend that, but even if you're on this, let's say you're on Mars, like in your example, you're on Mars and 10 years pass in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you still age 10 years though?
No.
Because your
'Cause you're
body's
not
moving at that
experiencing it.
speed. So taking all the
But
All the
you're
chemical-
still alive for those 10 years.
I know, but all the chemical breakdowns
It'll
that
take
are happening
longer.
in your body take longer to occur. So like you wouldn't age 10 years. You would age an hour while everyone else is aging 10 years. It's
Yeah.
That's why they say time is relative. It's not a set thing.
Consistent.
It's not a set thing.
That's why
Like if you ran fast enough, like people on the space station right now, they're aging slower than we are because they're moving faster.
like if you went to Mercury takes like 88 days to go around the sun, and then the Earth takes like 365 or 364 point whatever. So if we
I get
both
that.
went around the sun at the same time, and I came to Earth, you would be older than me. And but we still went around the sun, so we completed a full revolution. But I only took 88 days, while you took 365.
Yeah, but you'd be older.
No, I would be old. I would be a year older, but you would age more because you spent more time. You took more time to go
So
around
what?
the sun.
So if you're
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
that's what
But
it's
like that, yeah.
Think of it, the faster you go, technically the slower you're aging.
Yeah, that's why the Flash is basically like immortal because he can just reverse everything.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and that's
Well,
again,
you can't really reverse everything.
Or he can.
He slows it down to the point
he
of
can-
not.
Yeah.
think of
Okay.
it. It's like I guess the basis of like the Superman like going around opposite, which wouldn't do anything. It
Yeah.
would just freeze the Earth and everyone
It would
would
actually
die.
throw the magnetic
Actually,
poles into
once you
disarray.
stop the Earth rotation, everyone would fly off into space.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's
Yo,
because of
can you
inertia.
imagine?
Because we're going like this.
No,
right?
no, but I did read that.
Yeah,
the
because
Earth-
like it's
the-
inertia. So like you're basically think of like those rides when they like spin and you're like on the wall and it's like
Yeah.
stick and you like stuck on the wall. Like if
Yeah.
someone just stopped that, you just like
You would die.
just,
You'd
like,
fly.
like that, yeah. Or
Yeah,
some just open
I
the door.
did.
You
I
fly
did.
out.
I did read. It was
Yeah.
like this interesting idea. It was also a YouTube video. I didn't read it. I watched it on YouTube, and it was a little clip of this guy who kind of explained how the Earth works. And it's like, so we live on this giant rock,
Mhm.
right? And how is it that we could be on the top or the bottom, but we're still sticking to this rock?
Yeah.
We have a bunch of cars, and this giant rock is covered in trillions of gallons of water that all stick to this rock. How is it that they stick on this rock while this rock is spinning, and he spins this globe really fast, like spins, and then he sets some ridiculous number. But that's not only that. He spins this thing as like, and then it's spinning this way around the sun at X amount of speed.
It's spinning while it's
But
spinning.
then it's following the sun at an even more ridiculous speed through space
Yeah.
in our galaxy, and it's like the thought of that just
And just imagine that at the bottom of the South Pole, it rains upward. But we see it as down.
Yeah.
So that's a trick, bro.
That's crazy.
That's Inception.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
It's such a, and then like it's crazy because like we have fucking problems here that to the God known universe is so obsolete and so minor, yet it's our whole entire livelihood, and it's just crazy to comprehend shit like that.
It is, man. Like once you start like removing yourself from like your own like world, like your brain just starts going like,
why am
like
I
this? Like
yeah.
that's why I truly believe humans aren't meant to be as connected as we are, man. Like we just know about too many things. Like we're built for like small communities. We deal with the problems in the small communities. We stick together. We figure it out. We're happy. Like, we're not supposed to know that people are on the other side of the world starving because that's on our mind. Then there's people next there. Then we have our own problems. Then we have space. Are there aliens coming? I don't know. What's wrong with that guy over there? Is his life rough? I don't know him, but maybe he has a rough life. That might play an effect on me.
Yeah,
You're
no,
walking
100%.
down the street. You see a homeless man. Are you supposed to help him? Can you afford to help him? You don't know. That's what I'm trying to say.
Crazy.
It's so much. It's just too much when you just really think about it.
I'm gonna check the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But cool.
Yeah, that's my that was my thing. I was like, so technically we're time traveling or we're experiencing the effects of what time travel is by seeing light.
Yeah. So I'm saying if you're in the space station, coming back to Earth is technically going
Slower.
Forward in time.
Yeah, because like you're re-emerging.
So you're time traveling.
Yeah.
So if that is the case,
then us traveling around the world is technically
Time traveling. It is.
like a low form of time travel.
yeah. I mean, I'm thinking because if you go to the speed of light, and then basically as long as you stay there, actually, would it? Now this is the one that confuses me.
What?
If I go fast enough, where one revolution for me is 2 revolutions for Earth. That means I'm moving forward a year, right? So like I go around Earth once, I'm technically time traveling a year into the future. But if I go fast enough to hit the speed of light, which technically doesn't exist,
or it can't be measured.
so then how am I?
You're not.
Your
time's frozen.
But that
if you travel faster than the speed of light,
I know, but then I'm stopped. If I stop moving, which time do I end up in?
You would
question.
Because technically I'm no longer experiencing time, so time isn't moving. So wouldn't I just be exactly where I was?
No, you'd be at the place where you were before you hit the speed of light.
That's what I'm saying. But
but like because you're
fast.
accelerating though. It's not like you're going and you start at the speed of light. You're accelerating, so you'll be at the point where you accelerated to that point right before you reach the speed of light, and then that's where you're going to be in time.
Which is fair. I'm just more asking because if going faster allows me to try and go further in time, why would going the fastest possible speed
not take you
make
to the
me end. Not no longer be time traveling? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to think. That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I don't think it works like that.
I don't know. We can't even say.
We can't even
say for sure it doesn't work like that.
To be fair,
because we don't know.
For 3 guys on a podcast,
this was pretty insightful.
We did a good job dissecting this thing.
Okay, one more question.
See,
is there only?
How do you go? No. I'm just talking about for this topic. How do you go back in time then?
You don't.
You die.
You can only look back in time. You can't go back in time.
Yeah, because in Interstellar, I don't know why I use that as a benchmark, but that's the only thing I can picture.
Because they did an insane job describing. They literally made a movie. If you haven't watched it and you're really interested into this topic, and you want to understand how it actually works, like a physical rendering of how it would work, watch Interstellar.
It's also depressing, but it's a good depressing.
It's not a good depressing. It's just sad.
It is sad, but it makes you value the time you have.
Yes. Bingo. Yeah. So you can't go back in time. You can look back in time, but you can't.
The main character, when after he finished time traveling, he was like technically 122 years old, but in the movie he'd only time traveled. He was only gone for like If you compared it to Earth,
What it
it'd be
was-
like
what it
it's
was-
like
because he
2
comes
years.
back to Earth and everyone he knows is dead.
No,
No,
it's
no.
even worse because they left Earth.
Yeah.
The select few people left Earth, and his daughter became like a great grandmother, and she was on her deathbed. Like the last scene,
Mhm.
she's like 120 years old,
Mm.
and he's the same as when he looked the
He
same
left.
as when he left,
Mhm.
and she's basically dying, and then she sees him, and then he leaves. They have a conversation. He leaves, and that's the end. I was like, wow.
That's just depressing.
How
Yeah,
do
it's
you
like,
live? Because
he-
now you're out of time.
but it's not even that. It's like, I think that'd be the worst thing for possible. You build your whole livelihood, like everything you lived for, you
Yeah.
built, and in a matter of hours. Because the idea of the movie is that the movie's happening real time.
Yeah.
So the movie has these little ticks throughout the
Yeah.
movie. I think it's like every 2.5 seconds or something like that. It's like every tick is a day that passes on Earth through the entire movie.
Yeah. So it's
And
just-
then it's relevant to when he comes back. And like the movie's supposed to be happening in said real time.
yeah.
So he's technically
How
gone
long
only
is
for
the movie?
2.5 hours, 2 hours and like 80
So
minutes.
he's gone. So let's say 3 hours. So
Yeah.
he's gone for 30 years. That means he'd only be gone for.
No,
30
but like
years.
the
No.
movie is like kind of
So
it puts it to like the extreme. Essentially, they got a really fast spaceship
So what happened is
kind of thing.
the part where that blew my mind that initiated depression for the rest of the movie is when they went to the water planet. They were traveling at the speed of light, and there was a team. There was like a crew of 5 of them, and there was one guy who was like, "Okay, I'll stay here just to make sure I can keep contact with the base on Earth." But they were like, "Yeah, every hour is like, no, I can't remember how long. Like every hour is 10 years or something like that."
Oh, so it wasn't as accurate.
No,
as
but it
said.
changes. The relatively changes wherever he travels.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah.
They're on the water planet, and then they get sidetracked because this girl, she gets excited about this planet and stuff, and then this big tidal wave comes and like destroys the ship, and they have to struggle to get back. So it ends up taking them 3 hours
Mhm.
to get back. They come back, and the guy they left was a young guy on the ship. He comes back, he's like, "I've been gone. You've been gone 23 years, 10 hours, and 14 minutes."
And the guy is dead,
Yeah.
and like I'm replacing him.
No, he
Oh.
he went into cryogenic sleep. He's like, "I put myself to sleep, and I never thought you guys were coming back, so I didn't think you guys would wake me up." And then they go and because their loved ones can send them videos,
Yeah.
and he literally watches his kids grow up. He left his kids when they were like 5-year-olds,
Mhm.
and now they're parents because he's only been gone for 3 hours.
Mhm.
And I'm like, whoa, nah,
That
don't even
is
do
crazy. Yeah. Oh, I faintly I watched it in theaters when it came out, and I haven't watched it since, but I faintly remember that scene.
Like
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
his daughter and his son were the same age as him on the ship, but he had only been gone for 3 hours. And I was like, yeah, well, I paid my money, so I guess I'm gonna stay in this thing.
Okay. Damn. Well, I guess that answers my question.
Yeah.
Kind of,
We can't go back in time unless you split the universe and go into parallel universes. and
unless
all
you detonate an atomic nucleus bomb in the nuclei of the nucleus of the universe, which we can't find because light and reasons.
that. You just said nucleus over and over.
Yeah.
I know. I just
I-
made
I-
up new names for it.
Just
You just said
I just
nuclei
heard,
just means multiple nucleus.
I just nuke. I just heard nuke, and then I heard a bunch of what's the word? What's the part of the word that comes after the base word, the root word?
Nuclei?
Suffix?
Yes,
Suffix.
it was nuke and then suffix.
That's good. I wouldn't have remembered that. My spelling classes, I never paid attention. And in French class, I never paid attention.
I never paid attention to French class either. Funny enough, I'll tell you guys a story about cheating in French class. This is going so off topic, but I cheated on my French exam. Well, I helped. Only time I ever did this, I helped cheat. I helped a student cheat on a French exam. Why they trusted me to cheat with them, I don't know.
They're coming for you.
But they
Je
were
ne sais pas.
They're coming for you. You
grade
should
like
have said
grade
that.
9 French exam. The guy behind me, like he would tap his pencil on the desk for whatever number it was. So it'd be like question 4. He'd go, and then I would go and just drop my hand to the floor, like let my hand relax, and I'd like put A B C D, and we did the whole exam. We had it figured out.
That's like that Ocean's 11 sequence.
Yeah.
They're coming for you.
Who?
Yeah.
The
You're
grade 9
French,
police?
You're French. You're French.
They're gonna take back my 50% I got in grade 9 French.
You're French.
I lied. I got like a 70 something in French.
Teacher. Oh, good, man. What's next?
You know what, man? I don't know. I don't think we can follow that. I really don't. Unless you guys want to talk about something else. Like, obviously, we have a little bit more
We
time.
got more time. We got to
do.
fill the space. We
We
got
got-
to do this consistency.
I don't know how we follow that.
What do you mean?
Maple syrup and its benefits and its awesomeness. That's what you can talk about.
Because I want to talk about parallel universes, but I
And
want
maple
to.
syrup.
I
Or you
want to
wanna be able
have.
to deep dive into
Yeah, I
it?
want to not deep dive into it, but like, Johnny came prepared for this conversation. I'm not very prepared, like at all. So
Honestly,
give me a week and I'll come back with some like.
if an actual physicist is listening, he'll probably be like, "What the hell is this kid talking about?
None,
bro?
none of us know.
This is nonsense." Let me just email them and just cancel their
They're
channel.
gonna put friggin' paper, not a video up, being like, "Do not listen to these kids."
And
We're
you know
gonna be
what?
like Smarter
People will
Every Day.
listen just to see what these dumb kids.
We're gonna be like on Smarter Every Day. It's like, yeah, these guys don't know what they're talking about. Actually,
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
see,
You know, did you guys in like school have like that thing where they like thank the indigenous for their land to use?
Yes, my university.
What do you think about that?
I have no idea what you're
Honestly,
talking about.
can I be
Okay,
honest?
so basically, hold on, let me explain to
Okay.
Johnny. Basically, what did I tell you about the mic? This is why I know for sure you're not from the streets.
Yo, what's with you in the streets, bro? I'm
Anyways.
definitely not. But
Anyways, it basically like at the beginning of like the year, sometimes they'll be like, "We are on such and such tribe's land. Thank them for basically giving us their land, letting us use their land." Blah 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 blah.
One
they
time,
didn't though.
one time we, did
just
that.
bought it. We just took it.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we didn't even buy it. They
We
jammed that shit
shagged
like.
That's why I was
them.
like, so what do you think of that? Like, is it?
That's
so
kind of
once
facetious.
we on my freshman year, they did that, and I ate buffalo soup.
What?
Like they off like the indigenous people, like
Yeah.
they still live in the area, and they gave the students buffalo soup, which
Was it
was not
Did
good.
it taste good?
did not taste good at all.
What about like the meat in general?
It
What
was-
in-
No, like there was no meat. Like it was just like the
It's
was
like
it broth.
Manish waters.
Oh,
like
You know,
that, 'cause
think
they,
of
like,
chicken
boil
noodle
from the
soup,
bones.
or like
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
or like
okay.
chicken noodle
Yeah.
soup. It's like the soup itself comes from the chicken,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you don't eat the
sometimes you
chicken.
have, like,
I know,
the-
but like they were
the-
saving the buffalo, I'm guessing.
For
And just
other
hanging out soup.
things.
That's not fair, bro.
They were
I
just
want
giving
some meat. on top.
Anyway, so
I'm
I had
guessing.
this little like it was like a cup of soup. It wasn't even
Okay.
a job bowl.
Yeah.
It was like a plastic cup of soup, and like you drink it like tea, for example.
Mm.
Very unorthodox, by the way. But I never drank soup from a cup. Anyways,
That's a very
buffalo
Caribbean
soup was
thing.
nasty.
You've had experience now.
what do I think about it? I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's a bit of a dick move.
Yeah, it is like
And
You know
I'll tell you why. It's like
it's like stealing someone's car. It's like, yeah, thanks for the ride, bud.
that's exactly.
Thanks for letting me borrow this.
I don't want to laugh about this because it's such a horrible
I know,
topic.
I know.
But this is like, it is a dick. It's literally what Johnny just said. It's literally, fuck you. Thanks for the land. Bye.
And
I-
then you've somehow made it cool for them to say, yeah, we allowed you to do that. I allowed you to steal my car and my land. So I'll cook soup for you now.
Yeah, I'll give you buffalo soup. Like,
That's why I'm like, dang. I mean, like that in itself isn't like a bad action. I just feel like if they think that's all they have to do, then it's like me punching you in the face
Yeah.
and then telling you that I punched you in your face.
yeah, that's exactly. That's
And then like, how does that
No,
help?
that's like you punching me in the face and like, thanks for letting me hit you. Like, no, you just struck me. You didn't ask if it was okay.
it would genuinely be like just somebody taking your house and kicking. No, you owning said piece of land
Yeah.
and someone. Oh, that's exactly what
You
happened.
invite
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
over, and then you're like, "Oh, I like your house." It's
And
like,
then they
"Yeah,
just
it's
live
good."
there now.
Can like I don't have a place to stay. Do you mind if I kick it? It's like, "Yeah, yeah."
And then
You go grocery
eventually-
shopping, and then you come back, and
New locks.
it's like
New
you-
locks,
they
and he's like-
house
They
for
stick a
sale.
dog on you.
They call
and
the
it's
police. Like, yeah, there's a strange
Enjoy
man
my-
on right now. Get him off.
Yeah, man. It's yeah, okay. So like, we're on the same page. I
Yeah.
just feel like they have to do more. They can't just say thanks. I
No,
mean, like,
that's what it is.
because obviously the past is the past. They can't change nothing. But like
But we
Another
seriously
thing is-
mistreated-
Another-
reparations of
yeah.
some sort.
Yeah.
Another thing is that like as I feel like students who feel very strongly about it, like no disrespect, I'm all for it, but I didn't enroll in the school to learn about its history or the land it was on. I enrolled in school to put my head down, grind through it, and get a piece of paper worth $30,000.
You brought us some very important point. It's like tips. It's like, I don't pay your salary.
Yeah.
Why do I have to be sorry about something you did? You and your company.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like, I just went there to pay my
tuition.
Give them my money for this really expensive piece of paper.
Yeah.
That's what I went there for.
It's your fault that I'm on this land paying this money.
Yeah. So I don't want to sound like an ignorant dick and be like, yeah, so it's like, it doesn't bother me, so I don't care, which is not the case, because it's like, genuinely, I do care.
But the onus
what
isn't
I'm
on you.
what I'm gonna do about it, I don't know. Point is that yeah, ultimately it was just a dick move, and there's nothing I could do about it. I'm there because I need to be there for said piece of paper to start my career. That is the reason I am there. I'm sorry they took your land.
Like, if they really
I
cared,
still have no control over that.
I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was like, oh yeah, this is the owner of the university, the board of executive, the chairman, all the deans. They're getting together, meeting with the tribe of whatever land they're on, and then they're like, as a reparations or like token of our, I can't even say appreciation or gratitude because we stole yours. It's like
as an apology.
As an apology, we're granting such and such amount of money as a scholarship only that applies to your tribe.
Yeah.
So that's your education.
Genius.
And then you can say, and then because of that, you can have an event where you give soup and then everyone experiences
Not
the
even
culture. That's cool.
Totally. I am down for that.
If you're just serving soup, what does that do for me? I got free food.
It's also a matter of, it's also like, yeah, you could have a few students who go, I'm supporting the tribe. This is not right.
Yeah.
Point is students aren't
in control.
Yeah, students are no students. That tribe being there or not, the point is the building's up on their land, and they're not gonna blow down a multi-million-dollar university because,
bro, if you go to York, you don't even have control on whether or not you go to class. Because every few months you're on strike, bro, and you have no control. So we have no influence.
Like, as students, we have no influence. So I don't know what Johnny said. If anyone's listening to this, free scholarship, like, do something to make actual apology.
Yeah, say we're gonna invest in youth, so we're dedicating this much money to building up your infrastructure so you guys can get educated. Yeah. And then when you guys are finished like your high school stuff, there's a program that you all are only applicable for where you receive money from this foundation.
100%.
Here you go. Every year we tap that money up, and let's
do it up. If we were a massive podcast, I'd probably start a fundraiser.
We should email Joe Rogan, fly down to Texas, and demand every university in the entire world.
But see, the thing is, it's like what I was talking before. Like, you got to pick your battles, man. You can't care about everything. It's not possible. Like, you can't do climate change, BLM, indigenous rights, Yemen, friggin' the Jews in Asia, Hong Kong. Like, you can't care about it all.
I mean, you can care about it all. Like, it's good it's good to care about it all, but like, as an individual, I'm sorry to any activists out there. As an individual, it doesn't matter how big of an influence you are nothing.
I think
compared to how powerful these villains are. I
think the best way to show that you care about everything is just sticking to your local environment. Yeah. So if you say you care about like across the world, about like if there's like poverty and homelessness and hunger problems, then that should be reflected in your behavior in like the city. So if like you're in the soup kitchens feeding the homeless, then you're like, okay, if this guy was over there, he'd be doing the same thing.
Yes, that makes sense for us.
Yeah.
But the issue is
there
they don't have people that they may not have people that can do that.
I don't know.
So I mean, like, if you have the means, then like go over there and help.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just like
if you could, you would be doing that.
But I'm saying if I like put effort into trying to change everything, I'm gonna make very small incremental progress in all of them. Whereas if I put all my focus into one thing, I might solve it by the end of my life. You know what I'm saying?
It's also another thing if, for example, like sorry, I'm gonna let you finish, but it's also another thing where it's
Kanye.
like, what?
Yeah, I got it.
Continue.
He said, "Okay, Kanye," because I'm gonna let you finish. Kanye at the music awards.
When Taylor Swift won.
Oh,
Taylor, I'm gonna let you finish. Yeah,
oh, I hate that guy so much. No.
Kanye for president.
But yeah, it's also a matter of, it's like, even if you put all your effort into said topic, like as an example, let's do the Muslim Holocaust in China, right?
Yeah.
You could put all your effort into that and go to China and talk to whoever. Quite frankly, they'll still give you the big middle finger and tell you to fuck off.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that if because everyone, I like to think majority of the population of the world cares about the well-being of others, right?
Mhm.
So if every person cares, then all you have to do is say, I'm going to make sure the environment around me, I work to make that a healthy place. So if every single person has that kind of mindset where it's like, okay, I want to make this environment, I care about homelessness there, but there's homelessness here. So I'm going to deal with it here. I'm going to make sure, and in our lifetime, maybe I can solve it. Mm-hmm. Then the people in the next neighborhood who have the same mindset solve their homeless problem in their neighborhood. And then if everyone has that exact same mindset, then they solve their problems in their own area of influence. And then eventually it works its way
Everywhere
out.
else. The thing is with that, you're going to need a lot of people on the same page.
Right.
And as humans,
But that's why
we're stubborn.
That's why there's always problems, because we're
never on the same page. That's the thing. Right away, in order to solve like all these problems that Andre just named, this is an issue of
the heart,
years long worths of work. Yeah. And like Andre said, I feel like as a human population, as the world population, we're doing it a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit that. Point is we're not going to knock these out unless it's like all our attention is focused on one, knock it out. No. All attention focused on one, knock it out. But
I think it's like, we don't all need to be on one, but I mean, like, this topic needs a few super influential people. This one needs a few influential people. But the problem is, if you're trying to deal with, let's say, homeless dogs, someone over here dealing with that issue is going to be like, yo, this is serious. Why the fuck you paying attention to homeless dogs? What the hell? Yeah. Like, worry about humans first. I was like, this is a problem. Just let them care about what they care about, and you care about what you care about. You're both doing things to make the world overall better. And like,
then at the end, you might have no homeless dogs and no homeless people.
Exactly.
Or maybe you link up the homeless dogs with the homeless people, and then they all get a house,
and everyone's happy. Yeah. But like, people don't say that. Everyone wants to.
You just have to have.
Everything's a competition, bro. That's what it is.
Don't think too hard. It's gonna solve world peace. Calling you now.
Anyways,
2021. We're gonna solve world peace.
Like, everyone has to, like, in their heart of hearts, have to like actually embrace. Okay, I want to do this, so I'll do this here. And
there we go. We save time, space, time travel, and the world.
Exactly.
All in one podcast.
If you think about it, you solve it here, and then you travel there, and then you come back. You did everything in the future.
If 3 idiots can figure it out on camera, then 6.8 billion of you guys can figure it out.
Then Congress can solve
at least one problem.
I genuinely don't know what the issue is.
There's a bunch.
Everything's a problem.
Anyways,
and with that, the problem we're gonna solve now is
we're gonna run for prime minister.
What?
What?
I don't need that kind of stress.
You see Justin Trudeau. He looks so good. So that means if we split the tasks, we'll just be healthy.
Right? Imagine having 3 prime ministers.
Yeah, we'll be a majority government trio.
Oh my gosh.
Ministers.
That'd be amazing.
The primal ministers. We're going to change the charter.
Anyways.
We are going to burn this country to the ground and rebuild it.
I don't think you should say that.
Yeah, no.
The opinions and statements shared by
We're going to hypercharge
that
8 people that watch.
That was very Adolf-like.
We're going to hypercharge the 8 people that
we're just talking about, sorry, we took your land. Now we're going to burn it up to the ground, bro.
That's like punching someone in the face and be like, "Oh shit, might as well kill you now."
Yo, it's like I'm gonna beat you until I show no bruises. So your whole body's black
just
and blue,
one big
bro.
bruise.
Okay,
Oh
let's
my
wrap
God.
it up.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up.
Thank y'all for listening to us once again. If we are listening on all the DSPs, we're on Apple Music, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio app, any other podcast space that you can get. We are there. You can download us, take us on the road, bring us to work, anything you need to do. And if you are listening to us, you can watch us on YouTube because we're here there. You can see the video and all that stuff. Follow us on Instagram at Don't Think Too Hard Podcast. Mr. Machi here has made a TikTok for us. What's the TikTok, buddy?
Está correro, no?
At DT2H Podcast.
At DT2H Podcast. You can check our Instagram clips are going to be up there too. And if you see us on TikTok, you know what you should do? You should hop over to the YouTube and DSPs so you can listen to the whole episode because I feel like that would be even better.
Yes.
See?
See.
See?
Thank you so much.
See.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Adios. Sayonara. Arrivederci.